Let's run in here and get some couples cardio knocked out. Ooh. Good morning, folks, and happy Friday. Well, I feel like I've been hit by a freight train this morning, but we have absolutely no time to be sick. Tomorrow is match day, so we're just gonna have to ignore these feelings. But we kind of screwed up this morning. We were going to spend the morning streaming, but that did not come to fruition. We must have needed that sleep. Actually, we did need that sleep. We were sleeping like a rock, and we just could not get up. But now we've got to go finish finalizing some things, and then we got to go get some cardio in, go hit the chiropractor, and then go get our client better today than they were yesterday. We got a busy day. We always have busy days. There's never not a busy day in the life of BillyGoat. After an amazing breakfast made by my beautiful fiance and a massive shit made by me, we can go get our background checked. Well, that went absolutely impeccable, folks. I guess BillyGoat is back teaching kids Jiu Jitsu. It was, combat sports saved me. Like, it genuinely saved me. I know I tell you all that all the time, and it is kind of corny, but it did. I would have been a nobody with no drive in life, no direction in life, no passion in life. And because of Jiu Jitsu, because of Muay Thai, because of boxing, I had drive, I had passion, I had something I wanted to work towards. And, well, the county has given me the go-ahead to start my own program again. I'm not going to do any charging people because I think that the combat sport of Jiu Jitsu is a very expensive sport. And not everyone who are, well, not so well off can afford it. So I would love to be able to bring something to the community in which people who aren't as well off may be able to partake in Jiu Jitsu combat sports. Right now, we're just starting off with a Jiu Jitsu program. And, man, it's just wonderful. It is wonderful. And I can't wait to get back into it. All of my kids, all of my students keep messaging me, calling me. Hey, when are you going to get another program going? Hey, when are you coming back? When are you doing this? When are you doing that? Every time I see them out in the, in public, they're like, hey, I miss you so much, blah, blah, blah. I wish you would just come back to the gym. And I'm like, I'm sorry, kids. I can't. And now we're starting something of our own. I really felt, I was really sad. I was almost getting depressed. I hate to say the word depressed, but I almost got depressed because that program meant so much to me, like so much. All those kids in there meant so much to me, and to watch them grow really meant a lot to me. Taking them to tournaments really meant a lot to me. And things internally just weren't going right at the gym, and so I had to split ways. And now, like, we kept faith, we stayed positive, and now we have something of our own, you know? God just works wonders. Keep faith in him. Stay diving into his word. Stay diving into him. And folks, things will start to brighten up, look right, start looking upwards for you. So I guess let's get on out of here, head to the chiropractor, start to get our bodies feeling okay again, because goodness gracious, I feel like I've been hit by a freight train. And we felt like that for weeks, but we have just been so going that we haven't had time to stop and get adjusted, get the treatment we needed after the wreck. So let's go get some treatment. Alrighty, folks, we have made it to the chiropractor. Let's run in here, get snapped and cracked and popped and aligned and feel much better afterwards. That adjustment was probably the best adjustment I have ever gotten in my life. Like, oh my gosh, my body sounded like a firecracker going off inside of me. But while we were in there, our client called us and he was like, hey, things have just gotten crazy at work. Do you mind if I reschedule? I was like, you know what? I don't mind. It means my day can be a little bit more laxed. So I guess let's go knock out a little bit of a run and then go find us some lunch and then probably go get better today than we were yesterday. We have made it to the local U-Fit. Let's run in here and get some couples cardio knocked out. Ooh. And let the cardio begin. Cardio complete, folks. And let me tell you, that was one hard cardio session. And before I got in here, there was about absolutely nothing that I wanted to do that had to do with physical fitness. That chiropractic appointment definitely had me a little bit relaxed. But now that we've got it done, I'm feeling nice and energized, ready to go get better today than we were yesterday. I will say that the cardio kind of suppressed my appetite a little bit too much. So I really don't want to go eat, but I know I need to, because if I don't, then I'm not going to, I'm going to be starving by the time practice hits. So I guess we're going to go and force ourselves to eat something, because I do not want to eat. Like, I'm telling y'all, folks, cardio suppresses the appetite. It just has to be hard cardio. It can't be like it can't be a walk. A walk is not going to do it for you. That actually might make you more hungry. Some hard cardio, though, you ain't going to want to go eat after. I promise you. Let me tell you, folks, being a weight class athlete is not good for your mental health. I was changing today, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I was like, goodness gracious, BillyGoat, you have gotten freaking fat. And I know that's not the case. I know that we are not as lean as we were 3 weeks ago, but you can't stay that lean forever. I mean, you're eventually catch an injury. Like, we're definitely under 15%, definitely under almost 10%. I would say we're under 10%, but goodness gracious, do I feel chunky. Let me tell you, if you're a weight class athlete, you're probably not unless you really are. If you could see your abs, you're most likely not chunky, but dang, do I feel it. But oh well, that's what I go through literally every weight cut. And then we balance back out and feel like a normal human again. And then when we cut weight again, we look superhuman. I just wish we could stay looking superhuman year round. But that's not realistic. You catch a bunch of injuries and then yeah, and you don't want to catch an injury. So with that being said, folks, let's go find something to eat. Well, Jersey Mike's hit the spot as always. Let's get home, reset, and get back out the door to go get better today than we were yesterday. Well, folks, we just made it home, and I am freaking tired as can be. But we don't really have enough time to take us a nap. So I guess me and JB are gonna play some Fortnite and see if we can get a victory royale. Well, folks, we just finished up an amazing live. To all the ones who were there, a big old fat thank you. We had just enough time to knock out a few games of Fort, but we sadly did not catch that victory royale. To all the ones who want to watch the match tomorrow night, you can tune into Flow Grappling and watch it live there. But we've got to go battle this Atlanta traffic. Go get better today than we were yesterday, folks. Well, we were going to make perfect timing today, but of course, welcome to Georgia. There's a wreck. We will be making it 15 minutes late. So I got impatient and I got off the interstate and it's clear right past this exit. This is why you don't get impatient, folks. This is why you don't get impatient. Exactly right here. When you get impatient, now you're in a longer loop, I guess you could say, a longer route. Oh, I'm never gonna make it, and we're gonna be late as hell. Folks, we officially have made it. Only 20 minutes freaking late. Let's get in here and get better today than we were freaking yesterday, folks. Well, folks, surprisingly, we still made it in there in time to catch the back end of technique, so we knew exactly what we were doing today, which is pretty wonderful. I was definitely expecting that we would not know what the hell we were doing, and we were just gonna have to try to figure it out ourselves. But nope, we made the back end of it, which is astonishing. But yeah, folks, definitely not trying to be arrogant, egotistical, a douchebag, you know. But I just don't think this guy's gonna be able to beat me tomorrow. Like, there's just not a position that I think that he's better than me in. One, I know that he can't out wrestle me, and he said whoever pulls guard first buys beers. So if we're wrestling, I'm sorry, I'm getting that too. So yeah, folks, I'm pretty excited for tomorrow. Ecstatic. Let's get home and eat some grub and get in bed so that we can be nice and refreshed for tomorrow. So JB rode with me to practice today, and I get in the car and her butt is knocked the heck out, folks. Like, KO'd. She worked last night. I think she got like 3 hours of sleep, if that. So the fact that she was able to get some sleep makes me happy. I mean, I guess this was all a great idea. She was able to lean the seats back, get her a nap, and now we get to go home and she can go to Betty Pie. I guess let's just hope like hell that the traffic on the way home is nothing like the traffic on the way here, and people can keep their cars out of other people's rear ends. Ha! Well, traffic indeed did clear up for you. And is it just me, or does everyone's fiance, girlfriend, wife, whatever you want to call them, grab the oh shit handle the whole ride, anywhere you are going, anytime they're in the car with you, and try to tell you how to drive? Is it just me? I think it's everyone's. But we are pulling in, folks. Like I said, matches tomorrow, and y'all can watch it live on Flow. But we have to be up at the butt-ass crack of dawn to get our client better tomorrow than they were today. Then we've got to go win this freaking match. So, I'm going to call it a night right here. Like, now. But, folks, I want to preface some things. If you're like, why do I feel this way? Or like, if you have a very strong emotional, very strong emotion, let's just put it that way. Very strong emotion, hey, maybe this isn't going right in this area, or like, you know, maybe like, I'm trying to be very vague with this without being a butthole, but like, you know, let's use the gym situation, for example, because that's honestly what we're speaking of. If you're like, dang, things just aren't going right here. There's things that aren't being done correctly. Maybe character isn't the way that it should be. And you have a very strong emotion, like, oh man, it's beating you up every day. It's like, it's putting you in a shitty mood every stinking day. And then you're looking around, you're seeing people's character traits that just aren't aligning to what they are saying, and what they aren't lining up to be a leader. And, well, folks, maybe it's time to part ways. There's a reason why that strong emotion is put in you. And then you may question why after. You might be like, dang, was this a good idea or was it not? But then you continue to keep faith, and you continue to persevere, and you continue to, well, dive into your scripture and all those good things, and you're still like, why? Well, folks, maybe you'll find the answer once you've grown enough. we hadn't grown enough yet, and we didn't know what the answer was. Then we feel like we've grown enough, and our character has been changed, our personality has been changed, and so we go out and we ask the county, hey, can we start this? And then guess what? The county says yes. And then we're like, well, how are we going to pay for this said room? Well, the county goes, well, since you're wanting to do it just to help out the community, you can have said room. Then we're like, okay, how are we going to buy some mats? And then the county tells you, well, we have mats. They're about 1/2 inch to 2 inches wide. And I'm like, well, guess what? All of our issues and problems have been solved. And it all came from keeping faith. You remember how I told you all to pray for 10 minutes a day? It'll literally change your brain. Well, it changed ours. It changed our brain chemistry. Now, you don't really worry so much. You're like, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. And then we told him that. He's like, well, do y'all have mats? I got some mats. We just bought them from this gymnastics organization that once was using this room. Do y'all want the mats? And I was like, well, yeah, we're going to use these mats. I mean, if we don't have to go out and buy some mats, that'd be wonderful. So all I got to really say, folks, is shoot, don't lose faith. That's all I can say. We went on this faith journey. What is faith? What is faith? What is faith? We found out what faith is. And now we're just having to continue to keep that faith. And we can't lose it. We can't lose it now, because now we're seeing blessings. Blessings left and right. We get a room that is donated to us. We get mats that were donated to us. Like, goodness gracious. It's amazing. The good Lord's put me back into the positions where we wanted to be. Where we need to be. Because quite frankly, I think that having to be a leader for those kids and those students, shoot, it keeps me on the straight and narrow. Definitely. Anytime a situation that I feel like is escalating, I'm like, well, maybe it's time to just walk away, because what kind of example would we set for the community, for you guys, for the kids, for everyone? So all I can say is keep faith, folks. But I need to stop yapping and get inside and eat some grub and get in the bed so that we are nice, refreshed, and recovered for our training session tomorrow with our client and our match tomorrow when we freaking smash this guy, guys. We're gonna freaking smash him. I promise you, folks. I promise you. Good night, and BillyGoat freaking loves you.